Hey guys, Magnus Robert here, bringing you another event idea video. So this is a mini event, and in the polls you voted for the baby themed event, and this baby themed event is based around the episode Labour Pains, which obviously introduced the character of Homer Jr. So obviously Homer helps a woman give birth in a lift, and she names the child Homer Jr. after him. So we're going to be going through how I've sort of structured this event. We'll look at the startup, the questline, the store and all that stuff. I have gone a little bit slightly unrealistic just because the prize trap, but I'll talk about that in a sec. Obviously though, make sure to head over to the poll to vote on which next event you want to see, which will be a major event. So in the questline, we have Marge is asked by Helen, Cookie and Lindsay to come to their new book club, and Marge is excited to finally be included in the book club. She asks Homer to look after Maggie while she is gone, but Homer doesn't really want to. So you make Marge go to a book club, make Helen host the book club if you own her, make Homer look after Maggie, and this will unlock the event, and the event currency is going to be diapers. Yes. So in the store will drop. We're going to be getting Fort Frag with Chase for 150 donuts. Now, Chase is, of course, Homer Jr.'s biological father. He was obviously away when Gretchen was giving birth, so I figured why not give him us in the store? You know, he's relevant enough, but not so relevant to the sort of quest line I've made, so I thought he'd be a good store character. So he'll come with Fort Frag. He was never actually seen here, but it's a military base in Springfield, I think. I think it's in Springfield, or might just be just outside of Springfield. I don't remember exactly. Obviously, he's in the army. I say military, yeah, I think it's a like army base, whatever. So yeah, he'll come with this. 150 donuts. It's a cool way. You could come with Fort Springfield, but I kind of want to like say Fort Springfield. So this is another sort of military army base, whatever you want to call it. So I think it'd be best for him to come with this. Like, you know, it's not. I feel like Fort Springfield is more relevant to something to do with maybe Skinner or something. So Homer tries to get Grandpa to look after Maggie for him, but Grandpa tells him that he is done with Homer dumping his kids when he can't look after them. Besides, Grandpa has got to practice for the elderly home tango. Homer tells Abe that he can't look after Maggie, and Grandpa tells him to get a sitter or something. So you make Homer look for a sitter, make Grandpa practice the tango, and make Springfielders earn diapers, and this will unlock the United Federation of Ungrateful nannies. Yeah, so you just get this sort of building here. It's just it does pan over. It's just like a brick building with a little door over here. So you get this building with the sign outside of it. It's not exactly anything amazing, but you know, it was seen in the episode, and I think it's a good way to start the event. Homer finds Shauna, who is willing to look after Maggie for some small amount of money. Homer pays her, but when he sees Homer Jr., he obviously asks about him. Shauna has no memory of when he was dropped off or when he's going to be picked up, and Homer tells her that she's an awful au pair, and she doesn't disagree. So you make Homer rescue Maggie and Homer Jr., make Maggie stare at Homer, and glare at Homer, make Springfielders earn diapers, and this will unlock Homer Jr. So like I was saying, I feel like the quest line is the prize track is a little bit unrealistic because there are two characters in here, but I wanted to add them both, and I didn't want to throw both of them in the store, plus I kind of wanted to add Chase, so that's what we're going with. Well, I mean, it's a tiny bit unrealistic. I don't think it can't not be done, though. We've got two costumes before in a prize track, and we've got a character in a costume before in a prize track. I don't believe we've ever had two characters in a prize track, apart from, like, NPCs. We've had, like, NPC and a character. We've had a costume and a character. We've had two costumes, so I feel like they could do two characters. Homer tells Maggie to stop staring and agrees to drop off Homer Jr., Maggie's basically just keeps staring at him, and he's like, okay, I'll drop him off with his mother and father, but when he can't seem to find them, Bart tells him to stop being a lousy father and look after both of the kids. Homer tells Bart he isn't a lousy father and sort of strangles him in anger. So you make Bart escape Homer's grasp, make Homer chase after Bart, and make Homer look after Maggie, and make Homer Jr. try to be friends with Maggie, and this will unlock the Playwood Heights apartments as a building. So this is the building where I believe it's Carl who lives in it, and also obviously Gretchen and Homer Jr. and Chase live in here as well. So yeah, that'd be a great building to get. Maggie and Homer Jr. fight a lot, and Homer tells them that he'll take them to somewhere where they can both have fun. He asks Larry Kidkill where he would recommend, and he tells them to come to his zoo. Homer agrees and tells the kids they're going to go to the zoo. So you make Homer push the stroller around the zoo, make Maggie look for animals, look at animals, make Homer Jr. be scared of animals, and make Springfielders earn diapers, and this will unlock the giant capybaras of Uruguay. Now, with the whole where are they going to be, with the whole push the stroller around the zoo, I mean, it could be the zoo sign. If you don't own the zoo sign, it'll just be the brown house, whatever. But yeah, we've got the giant capybaras of Uruguay. This, I think, could be a decoration. I feel like it probably should be a decoration, because having 3 buildings and 2 characters is like, eh. I mean, I think I'd be happy with it being either a building or a decoration. Either or is fine by me. Decoration makes sense because obviously it's a part of the zoo, so it doesn't really earn money by itself. But then you could argue that because it's a part of the zoo, it should earn money by itself. So I don't know. I'll just go with decoration. Why not? Marge confronts Homer on what he's doing with another baby, and Homer tells him it's Homer Jr., the child he delivered. Marge gets mad, saying that she can never leave Homer alone with Maggie. Shauna then suddenly comes in, and she's like, there he is! And Gretchen arrives and asks Homer why he took Homer Jr. Homer tells her that he didn't think Shauna was good enough to look after him, but this experience has showed him that he should look after Maggie a lot more. So you make Homer say goodbye to Homer Jr., make Marge check on Maggie, make Homer Jr. go home and take a nap, and make Springfielders earn diapers, and this will unlock Gretchen as a full playable character at the end. And then oh god, I didn't do an epilogue. The epilogue would probably be Homer looks after Maggie, and Marge goes to a book club again. That's the epilogue. There you go. So let's look at some tasks. So for Chase, if you didn't notice now, I used to do like 6-hour tasks for premium characters, because I always feel like it's better if premium characters get one more task. But now, like, they don't really seem to do... I swear they used to do that. Maybe they didn't. Maybe I got it wrong. But because they don't really do that, they just give them the same amount of tasks. I've just gone from now on for just doing 4, 8 hours, 12 hours, 24 hours, and 60 minutes. It's just easier as well. So for Chase, we've got test firearms, 60 minutes. This will be him outside of Fort Frag, just firing off guns. Gets shouted at by his superior. That will be in Fort Frag. Train for combat for 8 hours. Again, Fort Frag. Defend the fort for 12 hours. So this will be him atop of a chair, just outside of maybe like either atop of a chair, or like possibly here, like where this soldier is here, just like stood there, and he'll basically just be like falling asleep, and then he'll wake himself up, and then he'll be falling asleep and waking himself up. And then wish to go home to family for 24 hours. That obviously will be at the Fort Frag as well. For Homer Jr., we have open Duff bottles for 60 minutes. This is something he does at the end of the episode. So he'll have a little Duff bottle in his hands. He'll be walking around, and he'll just sort of open it with his teeth, or however. I forget exactly how he opened it. Did he open it on the table or whatever? He'll just open it, basically. He'll open the Duff beer bottle, and then he'll like try and find someone to hand it to, not realize there isn't anyone, and chuck it away, and then pull out a new one. And repeat. Visit the capybaras for 4 hours. That'll be the capybara of Uruguay. Take a nap for 8 hours. That will be in the Playwood Heights. Escape his stroller for 12 hours. So this will be him strapped in his stroller, and he'll be looking around. No one's there, and he'll like he'll take the little strap and he'll pull it off, and then he'll sort of escape, and then it will repeat. And then annoy his au pair for 24 hours. That will be obviously at the United Federation of Ungrateful Au Pairs. For Gretchen, we got struggle with shopping bags for 60 minutes. So it'll be her with a bunch of shopping bags, sort of struggling to carry them, and then like dropping them all on the floor, and then picking them all up, and then repeating. Complain about the lift for 4 hours. That will be at Playwood Heights. Look for work for 8 hours. That will be at the unemployment centre, possibly. Spend time with Homer Jr. for 12 hours. This will be her and Homer Jr. in the Playwood Heights. And then for 24 hours, I normally do a 12-hour task for animation, again, just because it's easier, but I figured this makes more sense as a 24-hour one. Struggle with pregnancy again. I thought this could be kind of an interesting one, a bit like Brandine's task. Well, basically, she'll just be walking around as pregnant again, and she'll just be sort of walking around whilst pregnant. I don't know. I just thought it'd be kind of cool. I was a bit like strapped for tasks here, but I figured, yeah, that's what I went with. Anyway, and then that is the event. So, pretty simple, pretty quick, pretty easy. I think this one is a pretty cool one. You know, there's plenty of stuff to be added here. I think, you know, you got, what, 1, 2, 3 buildings, 1 decoration, 3 characters. That would be a pretty awesome event. None of these characters are great. I mean, the biggest one that we want is probably Homer Jr. Gretchen and Chase are like, whatever, take them or leave them. But it would be nice to get them anyway. So that is my video. I hope you enjoyed. Tell me your thoughts. And yeah, I shall probably see you in the next one. Goodbye.